Hey guys, it's Tony. Welcome to a video, my first video. Uh, that's We're going to go through and create a collection select form element using Rails and simple form. So we're going to create something a little bit like this. It's a select category, select drop down there using a simple form. So let's get started. So far, I've got a new Rails app. I've I've got one model called items. It has a name and the category fields, and also sort of some styling gems called Bulma. Uh, that makes it a little bit more prettier. So, but that's essentially all I've done on this so far. So if you see what it currently is looking at like now, it's literally just a basic page. We're going to go through this form, change this form. So if you go to this new item, it currently looks like this, but we need to create a drop down for the category field. So that's what we'll go through. First thing we need to do is install simple form. So let's get into that. So to do that, we need to add simple form to our gem file. So if we jump into our gem file here, and then we just install simple form, in simple form, form, and we'll need to choose, let's get it from my notes. So essentially, yes, install simple form through here. And then that's not the only thing we have to do though. First we have to run bundle install. So that will install simple form. Anyway. And then you have to run the next. You have to run this generator so it actually installs. So we run this command here, generate a simple form install. It will run it. So it'll configure a simple form to be used in our app. So after we do that, we actually have to reset our server, because if we don't, it's going to come up with errors once we try to show those simple forms. So we'll just reset it for now. And then we go into our form, and we pretty much have to take this whole form out, because this is using the basic Rails form. But we'll do it with the simple form instead. So as I said before, we got our name and category, our name and category fields. So we need to create that using the form. But before we actually create the form, we actually need to create some items to put into the category field. So we'll have to actually create some categories. So you need to go into the item model file, item.rb, and then we'll just create an array of some categories. Don't necessarily need to make it a whole new model. We just make it a category array. So we'll write in a category, and and we can use this lowercase w, or you can use uppercase, but we use lowercase w, and just sort of like sort of shorthand, so we can just write them out without having to have spaces, or without having to put commas or anything. You just put what you want in there, separated by white space, and you'll have an array that way. Just we do lowercase. Okay. So I'll just copy from my notes, so I don't have to type them all out. Yep. There we go. So we got these ones for now. That's enough of what we need. So now we have to go into this form and create this select form. So we'll start from creating the simple form. So we have to yeah. Okay, put simple form. Form for item. So we're using it for the item. Do F. Yeah. So now we need to have to create our fields. So these classes allow you to it allows Bulma to read them, and it'll make it it'll change the styling for it. That's all these names for these fields are why they're called that way. Dot control. So we create that control one there, and then we have to put a label for our name. This name one here. So label. There we go. Using GitHub Copilot saves me a lot of time. Definitely recommend using it. So then we have to put this input name, the actual input. So use F input. Should go there. Name. Yeah, we'll use some of that. But we don't need all that. So input name. So the name of the input would be called name. And then a label is false. We need a label for that. And yep. So if I see that, show that in the meantime, close this off. It should hopefully it should work, and yeah, it should come up with a name. So yep, there we go. Get our name. Get our name field there. Also, you can change wheels styles if it's once it next to it. Don't really need to do that's not the point of this video. So next thing we need to make another field for our collection select. So again, dot field, I spell right, and then the control, and now we have to put in our input field for our category select element. Before we do that, we'll do a label. So label, this called label, and we will put in category. So this is for our category. And so we then need to, to put our select select box, we need to put in an input field, and then yeah, essentially what that's going to tell you. So you've got your we're going to call it a category because that's the name of the um, field in our table. And then we need to choose a select collection action, and there'll be item category. So category is part of the item model. So which will get that array that we created before. And we need to have like initial value before you select one. So yeah, prompt select a category, that's perfectly fine. Which that should be working now. So you did that. Something did not work. There we go. Let's see what happens. Missed a few things here. Yep, that should work now. There we go. So yeah, there we got our category box there, and that's essentially how you create that category box. But we'll also add a button, and I might we'll add a button, and then that's essentially the form that we have created. So create another field for the button. And just add a button in there. Button. So you're creating a button. And it's a submit button, so you have to put submit. And let's change the class so it looks a bit prettier. Button is primary. Yep. So that's the warmer class there. And then that should make it on the button there. If you refresh this, there we go. That's essentially our form. We can make it prettier, make it centered in the field, but we don't need to do that right now. That's not part of this video. So if we were to write this out, it should actually come up with create some new category. Should make an item with the category that you choose. So milk, which would be dairy. So if you create that item, there we go. You created that item. If you go back to your items, it's there. And then that's essentially it. That's essentially how you create a collection select field for your Rails app using simple form. See you in the next one.